it's Elizabeth Love here and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a regular here. Today I am doing the video that I've been waiting to do for, well, basically ever since I started my YouTube channel. And the reason I haven't done it before is that we didn't have any other apartments besides the city living ones, and they are kind of too big, too good for real life. And since Eco Lifestyle came out, we finally got apartments that are really a little more realistic, I would say, and something closer to what maybe I could live in like the next few years or something. And obviously what I'm hinting at by that is that today we are building my dream apartment in The Sims 4. So I actually did this as a little collaboration with my friend Susie on Twitter. And basically we each created our dream apartment in the Conifer Station complex. And that way we can kind of download it and we can each have one another living in the world. And it's like such a cute idea that we agreed upon. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing today, building my dream apartment. And I also asked you guys on Twitter to give me some topic ideas or any questions that you would like me to answer through the voiceover. I think I'm gonna keep doing that quite a few times through the month, just like ask you guys what you would like to hear in the voiceover, because I think that's kind of fun. But first things first, let's talk about how I am laying out this apartment. You can see that I made like a long noodle-shaped living room with what's going to be a workspace at the end there. And then there's a kitchen with a big round table. The apartment is play tested. I know that the round table, once we get into the kitchen, is gonna seem quite big, but it's play tested, it works. In real life, I would probably want that table to be a little smaller, but the thing is, in The Sims 4, we only have like this big round table, and then we have the small ones. And the small ones, none of them look good. They are all very old looking and very like classic design. Whereas I wanted something more simple, more minimalist, more kind of like my style. So that's why I went with this one, even though in real life I would want it to be a little smaller. And then we have like a little yoga nook behind the kitchen. And then we have a bedroom and a large bathroom. I wanted to have a large bathroom because that's what I would want in my dream apartment. So one thing that is kind of annoying about these apartments in Conifer Station, or like this particular one, is that there is a balcony, but you can't build on it. And basically, from what I've heard, the sim gurus said like, oh yeah, we're not gonna fix it. So we are stuck with such a cute balcony that we can't edit. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm going to try see if I can use the tool mod to do that. And if I can manage to do it, I'll do like a little tutorial for you guys. But in this build, you won't see me edit the balcony space because I can't. So with that being said, that is the layout and everything that's going to be included. I am sort of going for a lot of my personal style, which is Eco Lifestyle. Like, Eco Lifestyle fits my personal style so well. I also added quite a bit of jungle adventure and quite a bit of, bowling night. There's a few bowling items that just really fit my personal style, like the Eiffel chairs that you can see in the kitchen. I love that style. I would love to have chairs like that in my home one day. And a lot of plants. So the concept that I had behind this is to build a urban jungle apartment. It's I've seen urban jungle apartment videos all over the internet. This is while it is quite cluttered, it is still a little more minimalist than most urban jungle apartments. And most of like the urban jungle vibes are in the living space. Like when you go into the bathroom, into the kitchen, into the bedroom, there's still plenty of plants and a lot of books and things like that, but not as much as in the living space. The living space is where the urban jungle shines. So I thought we might get into some of the questions that you guys asked me on Twitter and the topics you would like me to talk about. So the first thing you guys requested is that I give you reasons for the things that I'm putting down. So as I said, Eco Lifestyle is very much my personal style, so that's why I'm using quite a lot of the items. Also, you can see that I put down a guitar, which I will size down later on because I play the ukulele, so I wanted to have that in. I also put the green wall in the living space, the dark green one, because, come on, I love dark green walls. That's like one thing that I want to have in my apartment one day when I'm able to paint the walls, because currently I have like a student accommodation apartment that I live in, and even though like it's very cute and it's really nice for a student apartment, I can't paint the walls or anything like that. So that's something that I would really want. And of course the big windows which come with the apartment really fit my personal style. And the plants, come on, I am a plant lover. I love all things green, and I would love to have such a large collection. I'm afraid I may like not have the time to take care of all the plants, but this is The Sims and they don't need to be taken care of. So, you know, this is the time to make an original apartment, even though I probably won't have it in real life ever because the plants would take up so much of my time and I'm a very busy person. I also put down this painting, which is base game, and guys, this is my absolute favorite painting in the game. I'm not kidding. That is the best painting in the game. I love it. And I'm really happy to finally have Dine Out, which I bought when the sale started for that pack, because it's got so many plants, and like especially the large one that you can see over there in the corner next to the bookshelves. That one, just so much my style. I love it. Okay, so then a lot of you guys were asking about you know, the motivation behind starting my channel and what are my dreams and goals for it in the future. Let me just interrupt that first. You can see that I'm using the red shelf mod. It's like a shelf that allows you to place items at a specific height that you wouldn't usually be able to place it with, and like the objects would otherwise be floating or something like that. So that's why I'm using it. I'm gonna link that mod down below. But back to your questions. So the reason I started my YouTube channel is it's quite complex actually. I have been wanting to do YouTube or something like that, and I'm a big creative person. I've been wanting to start something like this for years. I'm not exaggerating when I say years. And for a long time I wasn't really sure what exactly to do, because you know, I thought about starting a channel about sustainability, things like that, but I didn't really see that as something that I would really want to do for a long time, even though like sustainability is my passion, things like that. I was thinking like thrifted fashion or something like that could be a good idea. But when it came to actual like thinking about ideas for videos, I wasn't that passionate about it really. And then when the lockdown started, I joined Twitter. After a long time of not having Twitter, I joined Twitter, and I found this whole community of people on there who do Sims videos, and people who maybe don't even do videos, they just support them and they're on Twitter, and you know, the whole Sims 4 community of small creators. And I saw a lot of people were doing exactly that. They had small channels where they posted videos from The Sims, and then the one last kick was when I got a DM from Kay Simmer, and she was like, hey, why are you not filming? You should be filming. And I'm like, yeah, shouldn't I? And basically like within a week from that, I started my YouTube channel. I did my first video, which was my dream house in Solani. So that was another like a dream kind of video. I'll link it down below. And you guys also wanted to know what are my plans for this channel in the future, and I definitely want to keep working on it, keep improving it. I want to keep doing more builds, because builds is really where I think my channel shines. I don't know, I have an LP going, and I also want to do more tutorials and things like that. I do have a few more plans about things like tutorials for ponds and tutorials for bridges and tutorials for roofing. So if that's something you guys would want to see, definitely let me know in the comments below, because I thought that might be like a little helpful kind of thing. Coming back to the build, you can see that I'm putting down a pet bed and pet bowls, because I would obviously love to have a dog. I'm a massive dog person. I love cats as well, but I feel like personally I would just prefer to have a dog, unless like I don't know, I couldn't walk the dog or something like that. Like if I lived in an area where so many people have dogs that like when you go out the dogs start fighting or something like that, I would probably rather get a cat. But otherwise, like if the circumstances are right, I would love to have a dog. So now we're moving on slowly from the living space, which I turned into this whole urban jungle, as well as the office space. We're moving on to the kitchen. And the kitchen is a little more plain than the living space, because honestly, that's how I would like it. I mean, there's still clutter, there's still items, it doesn't look empty, but there's a bit more empty space in the sort of, like, it's not that cluttered. Because, yeah, that's what I would want in my kitchen. I don't like my kitchen cluttered. So let's go back to some of the questions that you guys have been asking. And you asked, what is your favorite building style for interiors? I mean, you can kind of see my favorite building style for interiors here. I do like a lot of different styles as well. I don't do well with like very modern builds. That's probably the only thing that I'm like uncertain about. I do love mid-century modern a lot. That's probably like one of my favorite styles in real life. In The Sims, I do kind of enjoy like cottagey builds and cottage-like interiors. So that's also another one that I really love building, like cottages and furnishing cottages. But also like this sort of like bohemian kind of jungle vibe. I don't know, like it's an urban jungle apartment. I'm using a lot of jungle adventure. You kind of get the gist of what I mean by that. So yeah, this apartment is definitely like a good representation of what I enjoy building in The Sims when it's not like a cottage or something. I also really enjoy like witchy and vampy builds. I haven't done one like that in quite a while. I probably should. I have one filmed for you guys, which is a vampire bar in a mausoleum in the graveyard, which I think will be a really cool video. I just haven't edited it yet because I thought, you know, with the whole eco lifestyle hype, it's probably not going to be the most requested video. So I have that ready. I just need to edit it, and it's gonna come at some point, probably like later this month. The next question that I got on Twitter is, what's the dream city you would like to live in and why? So that's quite a complicated question because, I mean, I was born in Prague, which is quite a big city. I mean, it's the biggest city in my home country, Czech Republic, and it has like just over 1 million people living there, I think. And I would say that I would definitely not want to live somewhere bigger than Prague for like a long period of time. I would definitely not want to live in London or New York or Los Angeles. Like, that's too much for me. I probably wouldn't want to live in the US just because I don't want to get too deep into this, but like I'm used to quite a social system from my home country, which in the US doesn't really function, and it kind of frustrates me, like all the things like healthcare, you know, that are problematic in the US. So I probably wouldn't want to live there because of that. But if I were to live somewhere in the US, I would probably want to live in San Francisco because I grew up watching Princess Diaries, and she lives in San Francisco in that movie, and it would just be like a childhood dream come true. But yeah, as I said, I wouldn't want to live in the US long term. I would want to live in Australia at some point, definitely. Australia has always like kind of fascinated me. Or Canada. Canada is a little cold for me, so but they are like two countries that I would like to live in at some point, but probably not long term. I'm thinking, if any of you guys have ever been to Brno, Czech Republic, it's the second biggest city in the Czech Republic, and it's quite like a hipster kind of city. And it's like a big rivalry between Brno and Prague. But the city has got like 1/3 people living in there, and there's a lot of like hipster coffee shops and a lot of parks and things like that. And my Prague heart hates to say it, but maybe I would love to live in Brno. If you're Czech, you probably don't understand like the rivalry between the two cities, but it's strong. So yeah, I don't have like a specific city, but Brno seems quite close to a city that I would want to live in one day. So now we have moved on from the kitchen to the bathroom. You have seen that I have done the yoga space in the little hallway over there because I wanted to have a yoga space, and originally I thought I would put it on the balcony, but hello, we can't edit the balcony in this apartment. Sims team, please fix that. So I decided to do it in this little hallway, and there's not much natural light or something like that, but I thought, you know what, it's fine. For a yoga space, it's okay. And you can see that I put down this huge jungle adventure mirror, and I gotta say, it's probably my absolute favorite item of all items in the game. This jungle adventure mirror, I love it. I used it twice in this apartment. It's gonna appear a second time in my bedroom because I just love it so much. I love the style of it, I love everything about it. It's a huge mirror. Please, can I have it in real life? So that is basically the bathroom done. You can see that I didn't put in a shower because I feel like I've said this in like a billion videos already, but guys, I hate showers. It just feels like, you know, you're standing in a box and it's raining on you. I prefer bathtubs, let's just say that. So that's why I didn't put a shower in. And I am moving on to doing the bedroom now, which I did like a little reading nook there. I did, of course, the jungle adventure mirror. There's plenty of plants. I used this new bed from Eco Lifestyle, which I love. When I was building this, my boyfriend was sort of peeking over my shoulder, and he said that the little cushion, like in between the bigger cushions on the bed, that it looks like a football, and now I can't unsee it. So yeah, now every time I look at that bed I just see a football in the middle there. Yeah, so that's one item from The Sims ruined for me. But the bed is just like so cute. I love the spread that's over it. I love the color scheme of it as well. I love the frame. It's perfect. And in the bedroom as well as in the kitchen, I wanted to have like this wooden kind of sliding wall because it seems very natural. It seems like something that I would really love in real life. So that's why I put it in. And I added plenty of shelves, and again I'm working with the red shelf there to place some stuff on it. I placed down basically like this apartment, my dream apartment, when I didn't know what to put down for clutter. There's three things that I put down: plants, like animal statues, and books. That's basically it. That's all the clutter. There's nothing else. Oh, and candles sometimes, but that's it. And like I put down a little bit of the island living decor as well. But yeah, plants and plants. Subscribe for the plants, guys. And I put in this debug wardrobe that we have in Eco Lifestyle, and I think it is a really nice one. I like that we have the empty spaces that we can place items in. I mean, I do like it when we get items that are kind of like cluttered by default and they're already cluttered when you place them down, but I also really enjoy the freedom of being able to place down like anything in those spaces. And I put down those paintings of, is it like foxes, I think, over the bed, because in real life I have 2 paintings of deer above my bed, and we don't have paintings of deer, but I thought like this came close, so that's what I put down because I love the painting of those deer. It's like 2 paintings, 2 deer, but it's the same style. I don't know, maybe I'll snap a picture for you guys on Twitter, so follow me over there so you can see what I mean by that. But that's something I would definitely want to have in my dream apartment. Oh yeah, and the last thing you guys wanted me to talk about is Pride Month. And I love that it's Pride Month, but it's kind of sad that like we can't go out. I always look forward to Pride. I love the vibes of Pride, and I'm kind of sad that, you know, we can't go out and celebrate Pride as we usually would. But I thought like I'd celebrate it on my channel a little, so I did mix in LGBTQ+ representation into my LP. So do check that out if Pride is something you're interested in, because I love creating Pride content. If you guys have any ideas of like other Pride content that you would like to see, other than this, definitely let me know. I'm 100% for those ideas. Would love to do that. But now we are looking at the screenshots. I made them quite slow so that you can really take in the apartment, because there's quite a bit of clutter, quite a lot of plants everywhere. There's my little yoga corner, there's the bathroom with the huge jungle adventure mirror. Anyways guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas for future videos, let me know down below in the comments. And let me know if we have anything in common based on you seeing me build my dream apartment, if there's any elements from it that you would like in your dream apartment as well. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, because I have lots of eco lifestyle and non-eco lifestyle content coming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!